Hello there, Cancer. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your full moon in Cancer reading with the lunar eclipse as well for January 2020. I have my big full moon light. This is your full moon, Cancer, so you're definitely in the spotlight this month, and we're here to celebrate you, absolutely. Always in January, we bring in our big Cancer full moon. The moon in Cancer is, pretty happy there because you are ruled by the moon. And when the moon is in Cancer, it's very comfortable there. So first, a few quick notes to get out of the way before we get started, that this is a general reading, so it will not resonate with every single Cancer out there. If these messages do resonate with you, they're meant for you. If they don't resonate with you, that's totally fine. Just kick them on out to another Cancer. I don't always pick up on everybody's vibration, and I hope that that makes sense. So this will mostly correspond with Cancer Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs. All Cancer cross-watchers are welcome to join in as well, for sure. If you're interested in a personal reading or any information about the card decks I use, etc., just check down below in the description box. And if you have not yet done so, I do invite you to reach out, hit that subscribe button, and join the Dragon family. Also, give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know that you enjoy this content. So Cancer, it is your full moon of the year. We start out, the new year always with your full moon, and this one's extra powerful and special because we also have a penumbral lunar eclipse that occurs alongside with that. That occurs exactly at 2:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on January 10th. And I will say that this particular Cancer moon does bookend the lunar eclipse in Capricorn that we experienced when the sun was in your sign on July 16th. We had a lunar eclipse full moon in Capricorn. So think back to your birthday month, July, what was going on with you or going around you 6 months ago, because that's going to tell you a lot about what this particular full moon now is bringing to fullness, to culmination, and to fulfillment. So, I'll give you a quick peek at the chart here, just to kind of give you the visual, because here's the moon in Cancer down here. And then on the other side, look at all that Capricorn we've got from Jupiter, the Sun, Mercury, Saturn, and Pluto, all in Capricorn, doing the opposition dance to the flip side of the Cancer moon. And so Cancer, this full moon, of course, lights up the general chart of the first house for you. So this brings in a little bit of Aries energy, a little bit of fire, a little spark. So it may really amplify your enthusiasm for something again, because Aries is very fiery and dynamic, and it's all about starting new things. So you may feel that real inclination to start something brand new. I would also say that, the lunar eclipse is often what we're letting go of or what we're releasing. So, if something around the home, something around family, something around, things that you have been holding on to in your subconscious, it could be a very, very dramatic and fiery time to kind of let go of those things that are no longer serving you and no longer doing well by you. The other thing, of course, is that because on the opposite end, with all of those planets in Capricorn, those are hitting your universal 7th house of relationship, and that is why relationships have been really for a lot of my Cancers out there, have been very challenging, very difficult. There's been a lot of ups and downs. All of the relationships pretty much that Cancers are having these days are getting challenged in some way. Even if the relationship is not actually coming apart, it's definitely being reworked, restructured, given a solid foundation. And I would always reassure my Cancers that under a Saturn, especially the Saturn energy going through the 7th house, if a relationship comes apart, somebody leaves, and you're just really like, what is going on here? Just be assured that the Saturn energy many times will always get rid of something that's not for your best, something that's not efficient, not working, and doesn't have a solid chance of lasting the long haul. And I can hear some of my Cancers out there going, but Ariel, I don't want it to end, and so I totally understand that, because when your heart's involved and when you're hurting, and it can be really hard to see it objectively like that, totally. But just as kind of that reassurance that, that it is, acting for your best, even if it doesn't always feel like it. I'm so sorry, Saturn is so harsh. I'm a Capricorn. I'm ruled by Saturn. I have to deal with him all the time. So, so I'm really sorry that you're going through it. But my hopes are that this Cancer full moon will bring through some very powerful culminations, and that some of the things that you've been looking for answers on for a long time, or anything that's been clear, will clear up. Anything that's confusing will come to, be brought to light. Things that you've needed to know will come to light, because a lot of the time that is the way it works with those full moons. Things that have been, kind of buried underground get brought up to the surface, especially when it's kind of that 6-month pattern from, the lunar eclipse to Capricorn to now the lunar eclipse in Cancer. So I'm just saying, be careful of getting too, down or too upset. If you are one of the Cancers going through a really difficult time in relationship, where somebody has either cut you off, broken things off, or left, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, that you're going through a lot of transformational energy there. And my feeling is Saturn never lets things into our life. It doesn't allow them to stay if they're not going to work out for you over the long haul for your best. And Cancer, you're a lot like Capricorn, very much wanting something that will last the test of time. So yeah, it's definitely better to know sooner than later, for sure. All right, so Cancer, I'm going to start out with a Moonology deck and also the Queen of the Moon. We're also going to get some tarot in this. I'm doing a past, present, future layout to kind of bring in, what you've brought in from the last full moon cycle that we've had, and that 6-month period as well. And then we're going to do a present to see where you are now. And we're also going to do a potential future outcome to see where this moon energy is taking you next. All right. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising sign of Cancer as we do their full moon lunar eclipse in Cancer reading for January 2020. Please protect their energy as well as mine, and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. Oh, Cancer. Yeah, okay, so look at this right here. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. It does not get more accurate and clear for you than this. Oh my goodness. So this is from the immediate past energy. So to me, this is saying that, that past energy that you've had, this was leading you up to this present moment, coming up to this full moon in Cancer. There is something, deep, close to your heart that's going to start resolving, during this full moon. And also be advised that these full moons are, definitely very active for that 30-day cycle from full moon to full moon. But there's also going to be more eclipses and more stuff coming up. So this can also be, something that reaches resolution in July as well on an even deeper level. So I'm going to pull 3 cards as well now from the Queen of the Moon. We're going to get some extra messages on this. Ooh, wow. Okay, Cancer, this is a powerful reading for you. I can tell you that already. My goodness. So on top of that full moon in Cancer, we have the snow moon, the purifying moon, and that is the moon of February. I just took a glance at my little moon calendar over there, because I have it, written down what each moon means and what it symbolizes. So, you know, that snow moon is the full moon of February. And it's named after, of course, the snowy conditions that were often found in this continent. This is, you know, traditional names given to the different full moons. And so I would say that Cancer, whatever's already been in motion, whatever's been going on in your life already, there's going to be a lot of things that start to clarify themselves around this full moon and also next month's full moon. And that will be the Leo full moon, because it will be the sun in Aquarius. So let's pull some tarot for you. We're going to get a little deeper into this and see what's coming out next for you. Oh my goodness, Cancer. Even though we've got all that Capricorn energy, this is a powerful time for y'all as well. January and July are powerful times for Cancer and Capricorn for sure. Ooh, okay, that one wants to flip, so I'm going to take it. Here we go. All right, so let's see what comes up in the tarot for you around this past energy. So you've got the Hierophant, the Shaman card, you know, that 5, and I love, you know, that we're bringing through that hawk energy with the sunrise behind him. This is divine wisdom, it's spiritual power. It's also very strong Taurus energy. To me, this is about spiritual commitments, emotional commitments, your sense of grounding. Sometimes this is definitely, you know, depending on who it is and who this resonates with, this can also be marriages or marriage contracts. So like I said, for a lot of Cancers out there, y'all are really reviewing this. You're reviewing your relationships. And like I said, even if it's not actually falling apart, it's going under a lot of review, a lot of revision, a lot of reconnection and having to rework the foundations, maybe counseling, maybe therapy, maybe, you know, really starting to connect with each other on a more spiritual level as well is coming in. But for a lot of you, this is just really realigning yourself with your own divine wisdom. So let's bring up a clarifier for that. And look at that. Yes, lots of decisions around this for you, Cancer, with that 2 of Swords energy. And that is very strong Libra. So yeah, a lot of things are being balanced, harmonized. That's what's coming through from this past energy from, you know, the last full moon and also the last 6-month cycle. So now we're stepping into the present. Here's what we bring through with your Moonology card for the present is don't let your past hold you back. So Cancer, this is the South Node card. This also has a lot to do with your past lives, past incarnations, past experiences that you've had on many levels, whether it's this lifetime or others. This is really saying anything that's been holding you back from fulfillment, abundance, greater happiness, etc. What is that? You know, identifying that right now is very important. And I really do believe that with this moon coming up, this Cancer full moon is going to put such a highlight and really help you to see exactly what it is that's been blocking you. And so then from the Queen of the Moon, we get the long night moon, the darkness, and you know, I love this card because look who's sitting there in the moonlight, that little bunny, so cute. Oh my goodness. And so the long night moon, I believe, let's see, that's going to be, yeah, that's the cold moon, the December moon from the winter solstice. Interesting, that was our full moon just last month that we experienced, but that energy is really coming forward yet again. I feel a very interesting thing, Cancer, where these full moon cycles are really, you're learning quite a lot through those. I would also say because it's the long night moon, you know, it symbolizes kind of that winter solstice, you know, that longest night of the year kind of feeling. This can really emotionally and spiritually translate into you kind of going through that dark night of the soul. You know, this is very possible that you're presently feeling that you're going, wow, I've been through, you know, I feel like somebody's just, you know, run me through, because yeah, you've definitely had to face down for many of you, some kind of loneliness, some kind of solitary feeling. You could have felt like that little bunny sitting alone outside, you know, waiting out that long cold night, waiting for the sun to come up. Absolutely. So the next card that comes up out of the tarot is the Seven of Crystals. The Seven of Pentacles is what that relates to. And you've got the little aardvark moving along, the options and results. This is a very steady, grounded, determined kind of energy. It's very patient. You know, it really works at things one day at a time for the results that it wants. So Cancer, this is really saying right now with this energy of the Cancer full moon, it reflects all of that Capricorn. So don't give up. Capricorn is very determined, very ambitious. It's willing to work hard for the results that it gets. Absolutely. And then look on top of that, all the Leo energy with the Strength card coming out, which is very, very beautiful, about the balance of spirit and about, you know, the physical coming together in a harmonious blend. Oh, just gorgeous. So actually very beautiful. You're really learning to balance and just, you know, stay the course. Don't give up, because, you know, the results will be worth the effort. So then we go into the future, Cancer, and we've got this new moon in Aquarius bringing love into the situation. So going forward into the future and the aftermath of, you know, this full moon, lunar eclipse, this is really very much about you know, giving more compassion, giving more empathy. Aquarius is a very, you know, humanitarian sign that gives its care to everyone. It also gives more care to itself. So Cancer, you know, if you've been not so nice to yourself or not so kind to yourself on what you tell yourself mentally, that's really reminding you to be a little bit nicer. Absolutely. And we bring up yet another full moon card. So Cancer, out of that Queen of the Moon deck, all of the cards, all three I pulled, were full moon cards. And there's only 12 of those in that 44 card deck. So these full moons are a really, really big deal to you. That's what's coming up very strongly. And in a lot of ways that doesn't totally surprise me, because you are lunar ruled. The lunar movements are very important to you, but this is just a very strong confirmation of spirit coming through the cards that these full moons are a big deal to you. So we've got the wolf moon, the hunger moon, which is actually this full moon. So this full moon is very important to you because this is in the future position. So yeah, the things that you bring through from this time of the year around this full moon are very strong. They're definitely going to impact you for a while, definitely for the next coming month, but perhaps even more so, like I said, you know, that 6-month period till we get to the time of Cancer Sun. So yeah, then on top of that, we've got our 6 of Feathers. That's the 6 of Swords, which is transition and insight. We got that dragonfly spirit on this card as well. 6 of Swords to me is always about moving away from, you know, the negativity, moving away from those choppy, stormy waters and conditions into the calmer, cooler, smoother waters of emotion. So it's like, but it's making a very intellectual decision. And Cancer, you may go through that quite a few times where you go, well, I'm really down, but then I choose, you know, it's like I make the choice to steer myself to something that I know is going to make me feel more emotionally fulfilled, stable, happy, optimistic. And it's kind of like you don't start with your, it's not an emotional choice, but it's like your mind leads your emotions. Your mind says, okay, I see that you're sad. I see that my heart is down, so I'm going to go choose to either do something, call a friend, go for a walk, whatever it is, you know, work on something that I love. There's a real intellectual decision that's made, Cancer, to take your whole heart and spirit to a better place, which I love for you. Ah, and look at that, Cancer. This is about personal balance. You've got the 6 of Feathers. Now we've got the 6 of Pentacles coming up there. Very strong Mercury and Saturn energy coming through. Very Capricorn, which of course we are in so much of that Capricorn time. This is a beautiful balance because to me, the 6 of Pentacles is always like you know, making sure that you have enough for yourself while also taking care of other people and making sure their needs are provided for as well. So very beautiful time of personal balance coming through, Cancer. I really love your reading for all the this amazing, like, strong full moon energy coming through. You are the lunar children. You are the moon folks out there. We love our Cancers. Oh my goodness. And so yeah, this came up super strong for you. So let's pull a Hero's Journey Oracle card. Let's get a little bit of affirmation, encouragement, and advice for you here. Ooh, okay. Ooh, Cancer. Look at this powerful card coming through for you. Stand up and be recognized. Behold, you are the inspiration you've been looking for. Oh, Cancer, this is a beautiful confirmation that you do not have to look to somebody else to guide you. You do not have to feel like you're inferior to anybody else, even if somebody might be older, more knowledgeable, know more, have done more, have more status than you, or whatever worldly, you know, possessions or you know, relationship or whatever it is. Even if you think it's better, there's someone doing better, they're not any better than you. This is saying you are the inspiration that you're looking for. You don't need to, you know, get it from anyone else. And the number 4 is on that card. It's a number 40, and you are the 4th sign. 2020 is a 4 year. Very, very powerful, Cancer. I love that card for you. And I'm just curious what's on the bottom too. Ooh, look at that. What would your higher self do? Ah, so Cancer, you're absolutely in the spotlight right now. You are the inspiration you're looking for. You don't need to look any further at this time at all. So look within, because the stars are shining bright. I will see you very soon, and take care. Bye-bye.